Basic concepts of democracy. Go ahead and push pause on this video and go to your Google Slides and click this link to start the video from Khan Academy. So the foundations of our democracy include the recognition of the fundamental worth and dignity of every person, the equality of all persons, faith in majority rule and insistence upon minority rights, acceptance of the necessity of compromise, and the insistence upon the widest possible degree of individual freedom. So let's talk about the worth of the individual. Every person, we believe in this country, is a separate and distinct being. However, sometimes we have to do what we don't want for the good of the group. For example, you may not want to be in school right now, but it's good for the entire country to have an educated population. So serving the many, us as a group, a country, who as individuals are separate, distinct beings, together make up society. Okay, equality of all persons. We talk about equality in this country all the time. It's kind of one of our basic tenets. However, that does not mean that we are all equal in condition. We know we have rich people and poor people. We have educated people, uneducated people. We have, suppressed groups. Rather, we believe that we have the equality of opportunity. One great thing about public school in this country is that everybody has the opportunity for an education. We also believe in equality before the law. Although sometimes it may seem like this isn't completely true. We know if you have more money, you can get a better lawyer. But the idea is that the law looks at every person as equal. Okay, the concept of majority rule and minority rights. We know that whoever has the majority, they get to rule. However, that doesn't mean the minority is the minority forever. We know that we have an election coming up, and we know that one party can overtake another and become the majority. Now, we do believe it has to be fair and lawful means. You can't just come in and stage a coup. You have to do it through elections or through other lawful means. Okay, necessity of compromise. Compromise is something we always talk about, like I give a little, you give a little. And we need this because we're not going to all agree on everything. We know that. So, and also some issues have more than two sides. You can, there can be like 3 or 4 ways of coming to a solution to something. So, compromise is a process. It's a way of achieving majority agreement. However, it's not always necessary or good. Some things maybe we shouldn't compromise on. Individual freedom. Now, this does not mean you're completely free to do whatever you want. One of my favorite sayings is, the right to swing my fist ends where the other man's nose begins. So yes, you're free to do almost anything until you infringe upon another person's freedom. Okay, switching gears a little bit. Another kind of tenet of our democratic system is the free enterprise system. And this is, we kind of combine government and economics. And we have in this country what's called a free enterprise system. And that means that our capital goods investments, they're privately owned. The government does not make the decisions of what should and should not be produced or what businesses should open. It is an idea that you have the right to start and succeed or start and fail. So what we have is called capitalism, a private enterprise system, a market-based system. Does not rely on government. It's really kind of based on supply and demand. We exist also in a mixed economy, meaning the government does play a role in some things. As you are in public school, the government is playing a role in funding your education. And we do this to protect the public and to preserve private enterprise. Economic activities are regulated by government antitrust laws. Although sometimes it seems kind of weird that we have antitrust laws when you basically got one choice for cable type deal. Anti-pollution laws. We regulate how manufacturing can get rid of their waste. We have zoning ordinances, which is why you don't have a manufacturing plant next to your house. We also promote economic life. There's a lot of grants that were being offered by the government during this economic downturn to help keep businesses alive and functioning. Our postal service, there's a lot of talk about that one in the news right now, but that is also promoted by the government because we need the postal service for economic activity. The government also prints our currency. Okay, democracy in the internet. The internet is great for information. Just make sure you always use a reliable source. Not everything you read on the internet is true, but it is great for information. And there's been talk in the recent decade, I guess, about the possibility of internet voting. Right now, it's not a thing, but we don't know where we will be going for that one in the future. So now go ahead and push pause on this or stop this video, and then you can go ahead onto your PowerPoint or your slides and define these 4 terms. Have a great day.